Well, welcome, y'all. I thought I'd change it up. What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content related to helping you grow your app downloads. And more importantly, and what we're going to be talking about today, your revenues. And today we're going to cover all the basic UX, UI strategies that you got to have to really make a dent when it comes to revenues, because it's so important. We're going to show a lot of the data-backed strategies that you should be using. And today, I know you guys hate it when I go solo. So I was like, all right, who can I get on? Who can I beg to bring on and join me and share all these tips with me? Is a friend of mine all the way in the UK. His name is Rich Wagstaff. He's been on the YouTube live streams, but he's a very successful indie app developer who's got a crossword app. All his links are shown. All his apps are in the YouTube descriptions. You can check it out. And he's a UX designer and a coder too. So I thought he's the perfect person to talk about this. But Rich, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me again.
Hey, Rich, let's start it off, man. You've built multiple apps. You have apps generate revenues that's sustaining your lifestyle. When you first launch an app, and maybe those revenues start trickling in just a little bit, what are you focused on in terms of A/B testing? What are things that you're testing early on in the days?
Yeah, it's mainly just seeing if everything's kind of as I expect it to be, if the users are using it how I think they should be. Most of my apps, they change over time. So the first kind of version of that doesn't look anything like how it will do in a couple of months. I think it's just kind of getting it into the hands of different people and seeing how they're using it for me and making changes from there. Because it never goes how I expect it to go.
What do you mean getting in the hands of people? Can you elaborate on that?
Just watching people use it. Just like handing
through, oh, like literally people, like your friends and family.
Yeah, just friends.
Check
family.
it out. Yeah. What are you looking to see? Like where they're tapping, where they're swiping. You're not even worried about monetization yet. You want to make sure they understand the app and how to use the app first.
Yeah, I think once it's hard to describe. You're just kind of looking for how they're using it. So I guess if you've got, well, for my app, my crosswords, I want to know if people are opening the crosswords. I want to know if they're able to like use the keyboard and use the different features that we have inside there as well to help people solve it. Just see if they're kind of understanding what's going on and if they have any questions.
I know you provided me with an A/B test that I used early on in the days, all about your icon and really A/B testing that. And that's seen a huge lift in downloads. Is that something you're still doing to this day, like A/B testing some of the App Store content?
It's not so much anymore, but I saw that Apple are bringing in the kind of icon testing in App Store Connect. So I'm looking forward to trying just changing up the icon a little bit to see what happens. I did have these other games where I was testing the icons using Facebook advertising just to see which. I'd have like a picture of the icon and I would just see basically which one had the best click-through rates and downloads, and I just went from there.
Do you feel like Facebook is a better platform? Because here's what I've noticed, Rich, is when I'm A/B testing on Google Play, because Google Play already has this feature, and I'm A/B testing screenshots, sometimes, man, I've A/B tested icons. One icon was winning during the A/B test. Once we made it live, it totally tanked the downloads. We're like, oh-ish, let's turn it back on. And then the screenshots, I'm like, there's just not enough data sometimes. It's like, is there a winner? I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it happens. I've had many tests where I thought that there was a winner, and then I released it, and it's like, oh no, now I'm not getting so many subscriptions, whatever. And I kind of keep it on there for a week or a couple of weeks, just thinking it'll get better, but it never does, and I have to go back to how it was. That happens. I think it's just part of the game.
I know, it's so frustrating. All right, one of the things I want to do too is show that. Okay, I want to say hi to a few people. What's up, Joe? Always here. We got Adrian. Adrian, thank you for adding your name, because I'm always like, it's Adrian, right? All right, Celtic Whispers. I got to reach out to you and have you come on. Rassie's here. Good to always see the same people. All right, Joe has question for all. Has A/B testing made its way to the App Store yet? No, it doesn't feel like it has. On Rich.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, people have asked. And so, no, it doesn't seem like it's on yet. So there's a couple of things I want to do with you guys too, and some of the things I want to share. Maybe Rich, you already know the answers to these, so let's go into a game real quick. All right, so I have this A/B test, and one of the things that we talk about is having the pricing page during the onboarding process. And we've seen stats that say it's about 60, some people have reported 70%. So roughly there's a high percentage, let's just say greater than 50% of your in-app purchases, your subscriptions are going to come from having the pricing page during the onboarding process. Now, we put shout out to Bart, and this is a future YouTube video that you guys will see too, but which test do you think won? A, where you just see the pricing page right when on first load, or B, where you have a couple of different screens before you see the pricing page? So leave an answer. What do you think, Rich?
I know the answer anyway, because you've told me before.
Okay, all right, don't say the answer then. All right, you guys leave in the comments. I'm going to give you a second while you guys think about it, and then we'll get into which test won. So put A or B, I'll give you 5 seconds. All right, Rich.
I was going to say I've tested many different pricing pages. Sometimes they do like way less, and sometimes they do a little bit better, and sometimes they're exactly the same. And they can be like completely different, have different content and things. So it does pay to just try different things and see what works.
Yeah, it does work. All right, we got some people. I like it. So I should play more games here. All right, because that's what I like to do. All right, actually B. So for those who put A, B brought in 234% increase in sales. And I think I have a stat, right here. Bart, shout out to Bart for testing this. And he was following some of the content, and he was just like, hey, Steve, like I'm listening and I was testing. Because what I was saying, and what he brought up to me was, Steve, you know, what I really liked about what you said was a drunken download, right, Rich? You want to regurgitate some of the things for your crossword app, all the things that you might be already saying in your screenshots that you're like, hey, this is a really good screenshot I've tested and I feel good about it. You want to regurgitate some of these things. So I kind of break it down a little bit, but you know, I love what Bart says, make a resume that wins interviews. So it's all benefits, right? It's not like easy resume builder, because who the hell wants to build a resume, right? It's just make a resume that wins interviews, a recruiter tested, so social proof right here, and then resume templates built to impress, which just says it's a simple process. And then just showing the pricing page right after that then has brought that. So that is for Joe. Looks like Joe got it right. What's up, Patrick? David, Rassi, Adrian, Patrick, good job, guys. And then Rassi says B, that, yeah, the app elaborates on what it offers. So it's very important. And I thought, for me, Rich, like when I was thinking about this, I saw a couple of different apps actually do this, where they were just opening, when you open the app, you would just see the pricing page. And I was just like, okay, maybe I should create content out of this. Because I saw Moshi actually, when you first open the app, you see a pricing page. So I was like, all right, big guys are doing this. Rich, what have you, I guess one of the things I like about these A/B tests is that it's saving other people time. You know what I mean? Like, thanks, Rich. I don't have to do an A/B test. You did it for me. So you talked about pricing pages. What are some of the things that you've tried in the past?
Yeah, so the first one that comes to mind is the crossword app. It was, I forget what the flow was. We had some kind of onboarding process, a bit like the one you had there, where it went through and then you had the subscription page. And I then started testing, kind of collecting emails and then showing the purchase page, the subscription page. And I was really surprised to see that more people ended up subscribing after having to like enter their details and things. Interesting. Yeah, I was really surprised to see that. But then I recently tried it again with a different kind of onboarding flow where they didn't have to sign in. And yeah, that's up about 20%, I think. So I think it just depends on what comes before, and how that ends up converting. So let me try to summarize if I can. You said having the sign-in page before the pricing page. When you remove the sign-in page, it increased your conversions? So it, originally I had something kind of just like what you got there on B. And I tried making people like sign up for the app before they like went through all of this and saw the subscription page, and that did increase conversions from there. Then I tried again with
Rich.
kind of
Sorry. When you said increase subscriptions on the actual like pricing?
Yeah, free
Okay.
trials.
So you did screen, sign up page, and then pricing, and that increased the pricing.
I think for the sign up onboarding, it was literally just one page, sign up.
Okay.
So it clicks a button and then it's enter your email address and then enter your password, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the pricing page showed.
Okay. But you did have these like 3 screens right before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it. And then that increased your pricing. And then, sorry, go ahead. Then next.
Yeah. And then I tried it again with a different kind of onboarding way and it was up again. So.
Oh, these different screens in the beginning before. But then you still have the sign up page.
No sign up page.
No sign up page. So you removed the pricing sign up page and then you did 3 new screens and that increased your, got it.
Just always testing different things to see what I can find.
Yeah, I love that, dude. I love that. All right, I want to say hi, Diaz, to something. Bianca's here. What's up, Bianca? Good to see you. I love this comment, Rich. I'll give this to you. All right. Angeline says, "Hi, all. Love this Friday show. Primarily for you, Rich. Good job. You're increasing the ratings. What's up, Rudy?" And then, wow, great results. Thank you. All right, let's see. Adrian says, "Any idea when animated icons will be a thing?" That's funny.
I think it's coming next year.
You think so? I think it would bug the shiznit out of me. Adrian, who the heck wants that, man? Reminds you that you're probably too young for this, but back in the day before we had dial-up, there was this thing called Net Zero where you would get paid to be on the internet, Rich. And so you have this big old banner. It would connect you to the internet and it would just show you banners. And that's it. And literally, you could download an app that move your mouse around. So it needed to know that you were actually on your computer. And so we would download this other program that would move your mouse around occasionally. And then you get paid to be on the internet. But that's what it reminded me of because it was like, we just ran it and we just left. And it's like, nobody's looking at it. All right, let me set it bothers me that free trial button isn't in the same spot as continue button. I try to keep it in the same spot. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Let me bring that up. Joe's a designer too, so I like it. And it might train the eye to be like continue, like just in that same spot, so your thumb doesn't move, and then you end up pressing continue on that, or maybe just raise the continue buttons on the onboarding screens so the user doesn't have to move it. Great insight, Joe. I love it. Okay, yeah, he said the same thing here. Cool. And then Kashif. Hello, guys of the show. Always good to see you, Kashif. One of the things I wanted to mention, Rich, and this is a future, maybe something that I want to share later on, but I also want to take this opportunity on, because we're coming live every Friday, to just share with you what's working, just work with other clients that we've been working with. So one of our clients, you know, I'm going to break this down a little bit here. It says free trial, right? We've actually seen, now I have data to back this up, that free trials do work. So despite the fact this client, you know, allows you to do certain things for free, right? And they're like, hey, on the pricing page, they had no trial because they're like, you can do this for free. And then once you hit the cap, it actually locks you out and then asks you to buy. So for example, let's say Bart's example, you can create 3 resumes and then it's like, hey, you got to pay, or 1 resume. Who needs 3, right? Like you can do half of your resume and then it asks you to pay. So there was no trial. I was like, I think we should have a trial, right? And this is something I covered in that text video app that we pushed on YouTube just recently, where they will allow you to create 3 docs and then block you out, but they have a trial regardless. Because most of your in-app purchases are going to come from this onboarding sequence, and trials do increase the subscriptions conversions. It is, you know, I think the general practice, best practice is now definitely have trials. No matter how your app operates, have some trials, because most people are going to buy during this onboarding sequence, and trials do increase conversions. Any thoughts on that, Rich?
Yeah, most of my, I can't remember the percentage, but most of them come from that onboarding sequence for me and my other apps as well that I've seen. Yeah, just something strange that I've seen is, I don't know if they've changed it now, but at least a couple of years ago, the New York Times crossword would give you a free trial. Like the first week, you didn't have to opt into it or anything. They just gave you that, and then at the end of 7 days, they make you pay for it to continue using. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. It didn't work with my app, but it's obviously working for them.
You mean they let you use it? They don't ask you to pay for anything. They let you use it for 7 days, and then they ask you to pay without a trial.
Yeah.
See, I think that could be better optimized. Now, when I think of New York Times, they're obviously such a big brand that they can get away with the crappy.
I think so.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a less than optimized experience and still make revenue, like Moshi, right? Like I have the stats. This Bart just put it in. This improved it. But Moshi is killing it by just doing this. So it goes to show you, if you got a big brand, you got a channel that works, then great. You know, less than optimized should be fine. But what we've seen is trials do increase it. And so that's why with the New York Times, I would, if I were the New York Times, add the pricing page with a trial during the onboarding, let them use it for 7 days, and then ask them to subscribe again. So maybe after the 7 days, you no longer have a trial, but the trial is only during the onboarding process. And I do have one client, Rich, that I can give you stats on that anecdotally, we haven't really run the data, but when I last talked to him, it did work. So his app was the same thing. You can use it for 3 days, and then you're going to have to buy no trial, right? And what they did was so during the onboarding process, it was the same thing. We weren't even asking you to pay. What they did was they added this screen to the onboarding, gave a trial in that offer, and then he was saying, yeah, we're just now seeing an increase in subscription. This is an app that's already doing pretty darn well in the App Store, you know? So a 7-figure app business already in the millions per year. And that's what I would say is like, don't look at these big guys and just be like, oh, that's interesting, especially with the big brands. But hey, it leads me into this new topic that I'm curious about, Rich. What we do for our clients sometimes when doing an app audit, you know, I try to bring data, but I'll also look at other apps. And you kind of referenced New York Times. How often are you looking at your competitors? What are you looking for in your competitors? And I can go through my process for coming up with an app audit too.
It depends how much I'm looking at. It depends what I'm doing, basically, if I need to look at the competitors or not. If I'm in the beginning, I guess I'm looking quite a lot just to see what they're doing and how it works and how I can kind of improve on that. When I'm optimizing ASO, then I'm looking at what everyone's doing and how they're messaging and things like that. It's just whenever something's going to change, I think that I'm looking. I should probably take a more kind of consistent look at them and maybe do it every month or so. But yeah, I'm not that disciplined to do that.
Who is, man? That's why the people hire us and be like, look, can you do this for me? Because this is a lot of work. Yeah, but I'll tell you what I really like to look at is some of the messaging on that. And so it is, you know, because we have stats that say like welcome flow, pricing page, and all that stuff. The main things I'm looking for is the messaging on their welcome flow. What is their welcome flow? Can it be better optimized? And then the screenshots, when we do screenshot optimization, we're looking at what the messaging is, the layout, the colors, the font styles. So just an overall design aesthetic. And then within the app, it is definitely, what do they say on the pricing page? What are their prices? Are there trials? Are they using any tricks in terms of if I X out of the initial pricing page, are they showing me another offer? And I've seen other apps do this where you'll X out of the pricing page and they're like, hey, we'll give you 14-day free trial. And so I'm like, oh, that's interesting, Tess. I wonder if that would work. And so those are the things that I try to look for. And what I'm finding is, you know, people have asked like, hey, do you have the onboarding flow for Calm or all that stuff? And when I'm doing these, this is probably the video that we'll create for the Academy is like, hey, here are the onboarding flows for all meditation apps, you know, the top meditation apps, and then doing that because I'm already doing that for our clients. So I'm just like saving all these screenshots, but those are the main things that I'm looking for.
Yep, I think there's a site, isn't there?
There is. I
Yeah.
forgot what it's called. Brian put that in the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It is pretty darn good. But I think what they're missing is just like the insights on why certain things are happening. It's just like, hey, here are the screens. Like, okay, thank you. But, you know, like I want like, why is this good? Is this bad? You know, they're not providing us with that. And that's okay. You know, they're more of a design agency. I'm trying to find it right now, but I'll make sure I'll link it up. There is a site for this. Thought I had it saved.
I might have it bookmarked somewhere.
Okay.
Let's see.
Shoot it over to me if you have it. All right. I'm going to say, while you're doing that too, I'm going to say a few things to the audience, and then we'll get into the app audit. And then, Rich, you better have a dad joke ready. All right. Here we go. So Rassi says, Joe, you should be live with Steve next time. Excellent UI hacks. Yeah, Joe, come on. I told you. You just been too shy. You're here anyway, so might as well just be in front of the camera. Look, man, like down here, it's all workout clothes. You just gotta change the top. That's it. All right, Rich, we're gonna take a look at the apps right now. Let me show you the apps we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at Merrit, which helps you track different habits and stuff. Oh, actually, no, if it helps you get inspired on what to do away from the screen. So that's what this app does. I like how it's just like, they're screen recording this, the screenshots.
I hadn't noticed that.
See, I talk like a marketer, but I see these UI UX little tricks too. And then we're going to look at this game. And I really wanted to focus on a game too, Rich, because, you have a successful game too. So I was like, all right, this is where Rich can really provide insights. But before we do, Rich, my favorite part of the show, it is dad jokes. You have one, or you want me to kick it off with
I
one?
haven't got any. I can have a quick look now, though.
Yeah, Rich, come on. I wish I had a boo sound effect. Okay. All right, Rich, I'll start off, and it's gonna be an easy win. I know you don't drink, but do you drink non-alcoholic stuff like beer, non-alcoholic beer, or do you just not like the taste of beer?
Yeah, I do drink non-alcoholic drinks. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you and I, we'll play for a non-alcoholic beer. I've got a bunch. All right, Rich, this is a really good dad joke. Okay, this is what a 6-year-old would say. All right, what does the man in the moon? How does the man in the moon cut his hair? So how does a man in the moon, on the moon, cut his hair?
I have no idea.
Eclipse it. All right, do you have one now?
Yeah, I found one.
Okay, good.
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? No idea.
You follow the Fresh Prince.
I didn't know the answer, the punchline, but like a true
You must have searched for dad jokes on Google then.
Well, I just search for a lot of dad jokes. Reddit is my favorite, by the way. Okay, just put R if Rich won, and then S if I won. I think I'm frozen right now, but put it R for Rich, S for Steve, and then the winner will get a free non-alcoholic beer from the loser. And I got a bunch at home, Rich. So you just got to come over. We're good. All right, cool. Let's take a first look at this app, and this is Lewis. All right, Lewis, messaging the value prop, audience targeting. Whew. All right, let me add this to the stream. Okay, that's what he wants. So this is an app that allows you to relive your favorite moments. Don't worry, uploads are one. Go ahead, Rich, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I really like the idea of this app, but I think the messaging does need some work. Yeah, I think let's start with the icon. I'm okay with the icon actually. I was just thinking maybe it'd be nicer to have it all as blue and that kind of.
Or keep this white, right? Like so that the blue really pops like it does here.
Yeah.
Instead of this black background.
Yeah. Anyway, for the screenshots, I think you just need to kind of work on the entire kind of messaging of this thing to figure out kind of what it is. I like in the beginning, I kind of thought it was a game because it said something about your mum liking the game or something. And then what else was there? Oh, and then I thought it was like some kind of tracker, but it's not really a tracker and it's not a game.
So it says track your progress. That's like the first thing we see, and I was confused.
Yeah. So I think just rework the thing. So when I was looking at this earlier, I was thinking something along the lines of find fun things to do, or get inspired, or I think kind of the problem they're trying to solve is that people don't know what to do, or they're looking for something to do. So I would kind of come from that kind of angle rather than what the app, like the features from tracking progress and getting the activities, because I don't think anyone's going to care about that when they're browsing on the store. It's great to have, but it's not really a deal breaker for downloading that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the messaging is way off. So the value prop is there, Lewis, but the messaging is way off. And so when you're thinking about this, like track your progress, who the hell cares? You know what would be an interesting spin? And we're going to take a look at the app. So I have no idea how the app operates. But you remember Urban Spoon back in the day, Rich, where you kind of shake it and then, okay. So like there's an app called Urban Spoon back in the day where you shake it and then it will just give you a random restaurant. And it was just like, doo, 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 doo. So it had this like slots type of thing mechanism. And it would just go doo, 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 and stop and then be like, hey, go to this restaurant, right? And then you can put certain parameters. So you can be like, I want to go outdoors. I want to go something water activities. But I think that would be an interesting spin. You know, all trends come back 20 years later. And it's pretty crazy that it's been that long with the App Store, but it's pretty close to being 10 plus years, right? And so I like that mechanism because the app, I'm assuming, allows you to just be like, hey, get outside, go out, like do something active versus just staying on your computer and on your phone. And so that is the type of messaging from an ASO perspective. Those are the type of terms that you want to go after. So if it's kayaking, you know, we've been doing a lot of stand-up paddleboarding. Those, think of activities where there's not too much competition. I'm a big pickleballer, and I know for a fact that pickleball has pretty decent traffic, but low competition in the App Store. And so I would start focusing on, besides like hiking, which is probably gonna be super competitive, on other activities that people are searching for, but does not have as much competition as, let's say, hiking, cycling, and all the basics, walking out there. So that's how I would start tackling the ASO side and the growth side of things, and the messaging. Rich hit it on the head already, so nothing to regurgitate there. Like, you have a real big problem with track your progress. Like, give me a break. But yeah, so that's what I would be doing.
Do you think that that's not really I wonder if that's not the best way to go, though, because if someone knows they want to go hiking, then they'll find a hiking app or something. Like, I think, isn't this app more for people who don't know what they want to do?
But what would they be searching for?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's why, right? Like, unless you just outdoor activities. So one of the other things you might want to test is like look at REI. You know, that is a brand that's more meant for like outdoor activities, and just think about how they're doing stuff. But if it's outdoor activities and that doesn't have the search volume, then I would try to go after the activities, because the worst case scenario is you start showing up for those type of search terms and like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I can use this for other things. Because you have to think that people who are interested in these type of activities are also interested in getting outside too. So that's the way I thought about it.
They might just need a different sales channel as well.
Yeah, agree. All right, let's get into the app. I like this disagreement, Rich. All right, tell us what you're into. I like bigger text. I feel like I hate these small text. Maybe because I'm getting older, Rich. I'm just like, oh, I got to make things zoom up, but I don't like the small text. I'll just be like, boom, make it big. And again, this is leading with like my features and what I'm going to be doing within the app first, and not the benefits. It's like, get outside, you know, getting outside increases happiness by 25%. That's probably a stat out there, I know for sure. So like, put that benefit, right? Like, going back to what Bart did in his A/B test, he led with good onboarding flow, a good messaging during his onboarding flow, where it's just like, yo, you're about to do some work. And I'm like, all right, it's not the benefit.
You know, what I also think about doing with that kind of screen is having lots of different options for things that they're into.
Yeah. What are you into right now? Ask them,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I would lead off with like, hey, get outside, increase your happiness, blah, blah, blah. Lead with that social proof, and then be like, what are you into? Right? Like, and then you get some data, and then you start thinking about, and then start determining your marketing, Lewis, is once you find that they say, hey, I want to do more hiking, I want to do more kayaking, whatever, you have that data now. And then you can, you know, Rich, you've done this where you can sort of regurgitate that messaging back into your screenshots. And that also helps your growth too.
Yeah. And you're going to learn what most people are into as well.
I like that he's trying to gamify it. So like you go kayaking on a lake and then you get up. All right, track your progress. Go. Okay, so now they're going to Tinder. See, like I feel maybe because nostalgia and all that stuff, I feel like everybody's seen this. Like it's not that interesting anymore. The swiping feature. That's why I would try a Urban Spoon, because it's nostalgic. Like, you know, like we're into this retro stuff. But anyways, food appreciation. That's just me though.
Yeah, I think it works. So just keep it.
This swiping, I don't know.
Maybe choose a random one would be great. Although I guess it shows anyone anyway.
But I'm looking for activities. I want to see like a search result or lots of activities versus like one by one swiping thing. Okay. I just think it's overplayed here. That's my thing. What do you guys think? Comments. Let's go. Agree with Rich with the swiping, or am I too old school? Or do you like the old school Urban Spoon type of thing? Granted, they did stop doing that. Okay. They did stop. But I like it.
I'm worried that just the list, because when you search for things to do or whatever, and you see just the massive list, you just kind of scroll through and you're like, no.
I don't even know what I was doing there. I wonder if that kind
of slows it down.
Well, I didn't even know what I was doing there. Like, was I just saying what I was into? Is that what I was doing?
How come you're signing up now?
I don't know. That was a little confusing. I thought I was like, you're showing me different things. So home. Okay, recommended activities. Compliment to stranger. Okay. That's a little scary as a guy.
Recommended products. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting.
So is that like an affiliate link, do you think?
That's probably an affiliate. So I like how he's thinking about that. Okay. So this is just about like go for a screenless walk. All right. Upload a photo. That's not working. Okay, how do I do it? How do I do this task?
Do you have to start it first or something?
Yeah, but where? So I'm tapping on this, Lewis, I'm tapping on this little blue thing, nothing. I'm tapping on this upload a photo, nothing. I don't know how to tell you that I did everything. And thank you. I don't need the put on comfy shoes, leave your phone at home, walk for 30 minutes type of thing. So that's kind of weird.
So this is what you wanted, isn't it? A list of things.
That's what I was expecting to see. If that's what you're trying to tell me, I'm expecting this list.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm. What do you got? Nobody? Agree with Steve. We got one. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Joe agrees with me. Agree with Steve. The Tinder cards aren't working. That's what I'm saying. All right, Lewis. Oh, good to see that you have to do the task sequential. Is this Lewis from the app? Lewis, is this you? Let me know. So you check the first task. I have to do the app sequential. Oh my God, Lewis. That's what he said. I have to press these little plus signs.
Oh.
That's Lewis. It's lame. Come on. It's dumb. That's dumb. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Just let me upload a photo. I like that. And then you're done. That completes the task. Nobody wants more task to do, especially for something simple like this. In my opinion. Rich, am I being too harsh?
No, it just needs a bit of rethinking, I think.
Yeah, see, Rich is being nice. He agrees with me. Look, if I'm doing a walk and you want me to post a picture of it, make it easy that I completed this task. And now you're adding more hurdles for me versus just being like, I'm done. And I want that. You want instant gratification in a way. It's like, look, I went on 30-minute walk. Thank you, Louis, to getting me out there. But here's a picture. I'm done. And then now, there, let's see what happens. So now I got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And take a picture. Fine. Take a picture of my coffee.
If you're looking to kind of track this, then I guess you need to know the start and end times of it. So I'm just wondering, maybe
I don't think he cares about that. See, we want to see this quick. You want to make the user feel good. You want to get to this quicker. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, what did I tap? Like 4 or 5 times to get to this point? Make it 1. Record your thoughts. I love walking.
What about like a begin or a start button and then a done?
Yeah. It's a great feedback. Keep it coming. Cool. Start or begin. If he cares about that, start or begin. I don't think he cares about that. Lewis, let me know in the comments if you care about that. But I think it's more like, hey, I did it. I love the UX right here where I see a picture, even though it's the wrong picture. But I love that. But at the same time, like, like if I made it, this is interesting. Like this makes sense, right? You're telling me the instructions, but boom, done. Like upload a picture and finish the task, right? Like you want to do that and get to the congratulations. And I don't know how he's trying to monetize, but it looks like maybe just through affiliates, which is an interesting model. And I'm glad, what I have to say, kudos to you, is I'm glad you're just starting the affiliates right off the bat, because it's like, why wait? Test it if people are buying, right? So Lewis, let me know in the comments, like, are people buying within these affiliate? Like, are you getting some revenues off of it? But I think that's an interesting way to go. So far, I like it, man. I think the UX UI is pretty good.
I'm surprised it doesn't open into Amazon though. It keeps it in the app. So
I might not have Amazon on this phone. This is my extra phone.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Rich, that you want to cover on this app?
Just a small kind of UX UI thing.
Yeah,
I would consider changing the colors for each icon, because they all look blue to me. I think they're all blue. So if you go like to the page where you could see all of the, so if you go, oh, they are all different colors. They are
different, but when I hit recommended, they do.
Oh, now they're different. Okay, never mind then.
No, I like that though. But this is what I'm expecting to see on the home screen versus this thing. Like this is a nice little profile thing versus I'm expecting to just see the categories. And I know he wants to try to monetize here with the down here, but I don't know. I prefer to almost see this, but I don't feel that strongly about it. I think it's fine. It's not that hard to get to. So I like this. Enjoy booking the park. I might do this today. 90 days? I mean, 90 minutes? Holy shit, isn't it? Definitely not doing 90 minutes, but I might do 20 on this. All right.
Is there a way to change the time?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Read for at least 60 minutes at the park. Take a picture of where you read. No, I really like that idea. It's pretty cool. Take a deep dive into Wikipedia. Try meditation. I like that. Vacuum under your furniture. Ditch a bad habit for a week. Yeah, I like it. Plan a road trip. It's cool. I like it. I like all these activities. This is really cool.
Where does he get all the ideas from?
I don't know. See, that's what would be interesting, right? Like, hey, scientifically proven activities to help boost your happiness. That would be interesting because they are good activities.
There could be a community aspect to do here as well, like with suggestions and things.
Yeah, I like the value prop. Yeah, I think the marketing is going to be a problem. Yeah, it says, Joe says, if you've 100% clear test, you should emphasize it more in the UI. Yeah, I think I like that idea. There's no difference between, I don't know if I can go back to it. When I finished activity, there wasn't a huge difference in the UX UI because it looked pretty much the same, but the image updated and then the completion bar went done. So maybe gray it out or do something different that makes it feel different when you're looking at all the activities. So like send a note. All right, Rich, I'm going to send you a note. Okay. See, this is why I hate this plus thing. This annoys me. Forget it. I'm done. All right, let's get into time. Let me go into the question. So, Lewis, hope that was helpful for you. Let me know. Merrit says, "Hi, bro. Is the monthly subscription good from a profit perspective?" Rich, I know you got insights on this.
Yeah, so I used to have the monthly and yearly options in my Crossword app, but I ended up changing it to a yearly subscription, and it massively improved my revenue. So yeah, try both, but I found the yearly was better. It might be different now, but just keep testing.
Rich, are you doing yearly? Are you doing the same trial period for yearly? Like, what's the optimal trial period?
It was.
Did that?
It's always been 7 days. I haven't changed that.
Let me see if there's any questions that we should get into. Joe says, are the App Store screenshots the onboarding screens? Yeah, it seems like it, huh, Joe? And then Rich, I can't believe this. I mean, that Fresh Prince, such an old joke, but you guys won. Bianca, betrayal, traitors. These are all traitors. All right, you guys are all traitors. And where is Rich? Both were good. Take this one. Sorry, Steve. Still a traitor to me, Joe. All right. Lewis says, super helpful. Thank you all. You're welcome. Joe says, I think the UI itself is very sharp. It's very clean. The UX and typography needs some tidying up along with the App Store screenshots. Yeah. So I agree. You've done a pretty good job, Lewis. So, you can go off of that.
So
yeah, go ahead.
What app does Joe have? I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, Joe, you should put some links. And if you can't put a link, just email me and then we'll pull up Joe's apps too. But Joe's a pretty good designer. So we'll get him on. I've been asking him to come on the show. Just come on. Why not? Shoot. Joe, you're helping me. You're helping the audience. Nobody wants to just see me. Okay. So that's the problem. All right. Stop making me beg others. Okay. All right, Rich. Let's get into the next app. You have a joke ready to go? You want me to? You go first since you're up 1-0.
Okay, let me
hold on one second.
Get it up. I have got a joke here. Maybe this is an old one too. I'm not a dad or anything, so I don't really know. Why is it cheaper to throw a party at a haunted house?
Why is it cheap, you said?
Why is it cheaper?
Oh, why is it cheaper to throw a party at a haunted house? I don't know. This one I really don't know.
Really? Because the ghosts bring all the booze.
Man, Rich, what's wrong with you? I hate this. All right. Man,
that was a Reddit special, that one.
I gotta really come up with a good one. All right. I'm gonna go super lame on this. Rich, why are bakers so rich? Why are bakers so rich?
Something about dough.
How dare you? See, you can't do this.
Something about
you're horrible. See, I should just get the vote. They make so much dough.
Oh, they make so much dough.
You're horrible. You're horrible. How do you, Rich? So disappointed in you, man. I knew the Fresh Prince. I didn't step on your joke. How dare you? You guys should just vote for me.
I didn't know the answer. I was trying to work it out. I knew it would be something about dough.
You're not supposed to work it out. You're just like, I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll do that for the next one then.
All right. Janelle, I think is the name. Janelle says all the ASO stuff like icons, screenshots, etc., and any UI, UX, and ad placements. All right, cool. Rich, you have no ads in your app, right? Like it's all subscription based.
Yeah.
Have you tested ads or ads at all?
I did. But it wasn't as good as subscription. I think I probably could have done more with it. But yeah, I prefer the subscription route and kind of creating more of a premium product than doing advertising. Yeah.
You want to kick it off with an ASO perspective for Google Play?
Sure, I can try. I don't know much about Google Play ASO, but I think that what he wants is quite similar to iTunes anyway, the App Store. Yeah, I think the icon is good. Maybe from a design perspective, maybe I'd take away the pencil, possibly. Something that I've been thinking about a lot with my crossword app icon, and something that I do want to test is kind of making the crossword a bit bigger. So it would be interesting to know if getting rid of like the S shape and just having a Sudoku kind of thing on that blue background would be better or not. I don't know if it would. Would be something interesting to test though. Okay, does that make sense?
It does make sense. I'm going to bring up your app, and so it gives you a visual.
Yeah.
So you want to make this crossword bigger?
Yeah, or maybe just make it look a bit more like crosswords.
I got it. Okay, because it could look like what? Maybe dominoes here.
Dominoes.
Well, like it's black and white dominoes. The domino chips. Yeah. All right. I like that idea. Maybe like crossword. Okay, I like it. Anything else on the ASO front?
I if you scroll down to the screenshots, so I think they're actually pretty good, to be honest.
Okay.
I would probably make, because I think when I was looking at the app and from what I could see, it was kind of all about themes and like having the background wallpaper. So I think it's good that the screenshots are so colorful because it's kind of like a differentiator for your app, I suppose. I would probably try and make the text a bit bolder and more readable. I'm not sure about how the text jumps around like in the different locations, but I could see how it can work.
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, just because
I'm
if we're
torn on
reading,
it.
we don't want to like go back and forth. We're used to reading, you know, left to right, up and down.
Yeah. I don't have such a strong opinion on it, but yeah, I don't have such a strong opinion on it, but yeah. And then I would also change the third screenshot and I would move the text from the last screenshot there, which is about how many puzzles they've got in the app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's very similar to what I do with mine. I've got the like 2,000 crosswords.
Yeah, I love this design.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if I could break it down for the Janelle a little bit too. I love what you're doing, Rich. New crosswords every day. You're saying crosswords again because it's probably the primary keyword that people are coming into every day. All right, cool, fresh new content, big variety of themes. Love it. And then 2,000 plus. Like, okay, I got it a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the same thing here. It looks like it's a brand new app. I scrolled all the way down. They only have 10 plus downloads, but what makes you different, right? Like think about that. And it's like lots of themes to choose from. Maybe it's worth A/B testing, bringing that as the first 2 or 3. And then brand new Sudoku. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I was going to suggest maybe like, is it every day or something? Just kind of tell us a bit more about that.
Shoot, just copy Rich. Look, exciting new puzzles every day. Number 1. You know,
there you go.
3,000, number 3, right? Like number 2, lots of themes. If that's the thing that you want to really hit on, the fact that, you know, there's themes, like you don't see a boring picture in the background. One of the things that somebody in a previous YouTube live stream, and we'll get into the app too, said was by animating the background a little bit, he actually increased the engagement. So in these themes, as I'm talking to you, Janelle, is maybe these subtle movements in the background as people are playing might be interesting for you, but it's worth A/B testing. But they did that in their word game as well, and they saw engagement improve because they had some subtle animation in the background. That was the main tip. From an ASO perspective, you know, I think what I'll break it down real quick. You have Sudoku in the very beginning, which is great. What I would also look at is what is Google auto suggesting. So ultimate game, these might be other keywords because Sudoku is the main keyword. You want to just have Sudoku everywhere you can. What we also found is having it to the left of the short description, and you already did it in the title. So kudos. But having to the left of the short description might help out too. So versus you keeping it down all the way at the end, move it to the right. Maybe you're going after brain teasers or train your brain, but I would also think about like what other games, things that you can go after. And then what you also want to do is what we typically lead with is an H2 tag. So it's, you know, if you think about Google SEO, H2 is very prominent. H1 is already shown. This is going to be an H1 tag. You want to have H2 tags in your long description, and you want to go after the keywords you're going after. So Sudoku being one of them. And I think with Google, I almost feel like, you know, I have no data to back this up, so this is just a hunch, that you need to drive some downloads. And Google is pretty cheap to drive downloads, right? Because right now you only have 10. And what most people see in the search results, and we can get to this right now. Let me go into the App Store, are going to be the icon and the ratings. So here, I'll check out Sudoku right now. Right, like here's what we see. It's the icon, it's the rating, and it's the number of downloads. So check out this app. They only have 5,000 downloads. They're beating 50 million downloads, guy. It's new, apparently. But yeah, like these are things that I would start thinking about. Looks like the icon, your icon's way better than all these guys. So you should be standing out. But I feel like ratings and downloads are more important on Google than other parameters like screenshots on Apple. Like we can't see the screenshots till we come into this. the App Store. Any thoughts there, Rich?
No.
I might just do like something simple. Keep it short. Google is now moving down to 30 characters for the app title. So keep it short and then just, work on it. New daily Sudoku puzzles. That might be your short description to do that. But I think ads would be important for you too.
I'd like to know how he creates the Sudokus every day.
Okay. Reach out to Rich and let him know. Yeah, that's a lot of puzzle stuff. Guys, more comments on the votes, please. We got Rudy, 1 vote. Okay. All right, Rich. This is the first screen that I see. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't really like the noise.
You don't like this noise? Come on here. You don't like this?
Yeah. Can you tap on the new one?
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to do?
If you tap on the thing that's jumping around.
Oh, my bad. All right. Oh, my God. Janelle, look, go back, study Rich's app for crying out loud. Then, like, you want to have a good onboarding flow. You want to show your pricing pages. I would try to, look, ads probably more important on Google, but don't do it right before I play a game for crying out loud, bruh. Because you know what? If this was me really playing, be like, bye. I'd be swiping up and going, bye-bye.
It could work if you don't do it for a few days after people have downloaded the app.
Yeah, let me play at least a little bit and then start hitting me with ads. Bro, okay, let me hit this new. Yeah, nothing happens when I hit
nothing
this.
Happens.
Oh, no, something's happening. Okay, so I guess it gets me.
Yeah. Can you... Oh, go on.
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
Can you see the history of the other ones?
What do you mean history?
All the other previous Sudokus.
Oh, okay. Go home. I can't find a way. What's this? Coffee. It's just when I did it. I guess this is where I changed themes. Okay, here. Oh, I have to pay. Oh, they have. Yeah, I've seen this other app. Like, I don't have enough. Okay, like, take me to the screen or give me an option. Want to buy some? Like, now you don't even ask me. It just says, okay, I don't have enough. All right, cool. I don't have enough. Like, I don't know what this power button. Okay, don't need that. I think I know how to use it unless you're going after a really old school audience. It's got potential. I think there's a lot of things you got to fix. So, and I think this goes to your earlier point, Rich. Like, see, this is why this is valuable in my opinion. This app audit stuff is see how people are using this app. You're seeing how we use the app, and right now there's some critical errors, and you should go around a coffee shop, ask people. You know, nothing's happening when I hit this coffee thing. So I don't even know how to upgrade and buy more coffee thingies.
Maybe you have to do it by playing.
That's lame, though. I also think, like, for me, but I don't play Sudoku that much. This feels too long. Like, oh, shiznit, I'm going to be, like, here for a while. My dad loves playing this stuff, and so, you know, it's a little bit different for him. But I feel like it's, when I see this big of a piece, like, I don't like it. And I don't know if this is something you want to mention, Rich, but, like, I know you have mini games, too, which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're not really the target audience if you don't play Sudokus. So I think that if someone who really likes Sudoku has downloaded this app, this is what they're going to expect to see anyway. So
playing devil's advocate, then why did you decide to do mini games in your app?
It's just a fun little add-on to the other ones.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how to. I'm trying to drag this one somewhere, and I can't drag it anywhere. Is it just because it's the wrong spot?
Why are you dragging?
I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
Then you just tap the 2 or something on the keypad.
If I put 1 here, I made 3 mistakes.
Oh, what?
So I hit exit.
I don't like that. I don't know why. I don't know why it would throw you out of the game if you make 3 mistakes.
I don't mind that as much as just this ad before a game drives me nuts. Right? Like, don't mind you trying to be a little bit aggressive and trying to show me ads a little bit more. Hey, you made a mistake. Want to continue watch an ad? Sure. You're trying to make money. Completely get it. That's for me as a developer trying to think that way. But from a user perspective, you might be absolutely right, Rich. But I really do hate showing me an ad before I get to play. Like that bugs the crap out of me.
I wish I tried that on my app,
Showing the ad before you play.
No, what you just said about like you make 3 mistakes and then you have to watch an ad to continue.
Yeah,
It's
I don't mind
really
that.
interesting.
It doesn't bother me. It's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. You're trying to make money.
But yeah, I mean, I'd be annoyed, I think, if I'd completed a lot of the Sudoku and then I make just another mistake and I can't go back to that Sudoku again.
Yeah,
That would
like
really annoy me.
I hate how I can't just start over. Like,
Oh, look, you can continue then by playing,
but
by paying an ad.
I have to watch, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, don't let me exit. I want to still play the same game. You know what I mean? Make me wait 15 seconds or whatever it is, whatever the pain is. But like, I don't mind this as much. It's just I hate how if I hit exit, I can't just go back to the game. Like, you should let me know. Like, this is game over, right? Instead of saying put exit, like game over, and that messaging might change and force me to watch it a little bit more versus being like, I don't want to end this game. Like what you said, Rich. I'm pretty much done with the board, and now when I hit exit, it's completely game over. Like I would rate you 1 star so quick.
The other thing, so in my app, we show when people make a mistake, and it comes up just like this one in red. But people can turn that off if they wanted. So I would consider having some kind of toggle so people can make the mistake, but they don't see that they've made the mistake, and then they don't get all the adverts and things.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, you can hide mistakes from settings.
Oh, there you go.
So settings. Where the hell is the settings, bro?
I bet it's in the game.
Oh my god. Oh my god, forget it. So now, okay, fix it. Yeah, I think we gave you enough advice.
Yeah,
Your ads are driving me nuts. Too many ads. All right, looks like Rudy was the only lone R again. Steve tried to Google your jokes as well. How dare you, Rudy? All right. Cool. Rich, anything I missed you want to make sure we cover from a UX UI perspective for monetization?
I don't think so. Just watch people using your app. It's quite annoying sometimes, but yeah, watch people use it. Yeah, get into hands.
I do owe you a non-alcoholic beer, so I will be doing that next time you come over or go over to your place. Are there pubs now? Have you gone out to the pubs? Like, are pubs in the UK starting to have non-alcoholic stuff?
Oh, I don't know. I usually just drink like sparkling water.
Okay, yeah, me too. See, like, we're so boring. I've become you, Rich. You've always been an old guy, but now I've definitely become you. All right, Camille. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on unskippable ads? I think most ads are they skippable or unskippable? I don't know. Unskippable ad. I guess there are some unskippable ads playing before playing the game, and nobody likes that. All
Maybe
right.
it's like, maybe it's like they have on YouTube, like where it's like 5 seconds and then you can skip. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, I've seen that sometimes. Instant uninstall for me. Rudy says, "Yep, same with me, man. Oh, I hate it." All right, Rich, I'm going to end with one more A/B test. You want to do that real quick? You already have the answers probably because this was shared within our community, but I want to share this. Again, this is a spoiler alert. This will be in an upcoming video. So, but I thought, let's have some fun. I lost to Rich. I'm feeling bad about myself. Let's have some fun and play a game. All right, guys, A versus B. Which test won? Which pricing page won? This A, and I would say more text or more graphics is the way I would term this. How would you, is there a better way of tossing this up, Rich? Text versus graphics?
Nah, I think it's good.
All right. Do you already know the answer? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Leave in the comments below what you guys think. We'll give it a quick second. I do have another dad joke. You want to go one more round?
Go ahead. I have to find one.
Okay. I'll give you one more. And stop jumping on my joke, okay? Out of all the inventions over the last 100 years, the dry erase board is probably the most remarkable. I don't have it. All right. Okay. All right, guys. More comments. Come on, anybody. This is fun. We're about to end. Come on, Friday. All right, here we go. It is. Again, I need a soundboard. Thank you, Dan. It is a 50% increase in conversions because of the longer. Again, guys, graphics, pretty good when you're doing onboarding. You want short text, you want to get people in, but when people are about to buy, they have a lot of questions. They're very like reluctant, like, we were friends until I'm like, you're asking me to buy now. So then that's when you can get text heavy. And that's what this thing proves. You want to make sure they feel good about everything they're buying. So I love the messaging here. Get everything for $18.99. That means one time, right? Yes, over 200 value right here, but it's like all 209 stickers. This is the value. Get free seasonal stickers. Love that messaging. You pay only once and then send them to your friends. So here it's all graphics and it's like everything bundle, blah, 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 and see what you get. Where Mark, who's a developer, and he gave me permission to share this. He's like, all right, he's only sharing a couple of different bullet points, but now here is where it's like, okay, you get all the text. So people want to read more. The only time they probably want to read is when they're about to buy and make that considered purchase. So Dan, thank you. You're wrong, but that's what I said. Benefits versus features, or text versus graphics is the way I pitched it. All right, guys, that is it. Rich, if the audience wants to follow up with you, say thank you for coming on, or Janelle is like, all right, Rich, let me reach out to you and tell you how I do Sudoku puzzles every day. Where do you want to send them?
Just go to my LinkedIn, connect with me there.
All right. And all that is linked up into the show notes or into the description as well. And then next week, guys, some housekeeping things. We will be here again, so don't plan on taking a break anytime soon. We'll be back. We got Austin, who runs an app development firm, and we're going to talk all about the pitfalls when you're trying to make an app and you're trying to really get it developed, build new features. What are some pitfalls that you should avoid? And one of the biggest pitfalls that I feel like, spoiler alert again, is don't build more features. You know what I mean, Rich? Like, they're like, hey, more features will equal more users. That is the biggest myth. And so we're going to break all those pitfalls down next week, 9 a.m. Pacific, every Friday, coming at you live. Rich, anything else I want to make sure we cover?
No, next week's one sounds fun.
All right. Well, Joe says I dig these quizzes. Yeah, me too. Probably like them more than my dad jokes. Rich, thank you so much for coming on and doing this, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you all for watching, and we will see you on next week. And just leave in the comments, beg Joe to come on, and maybe we'll force him to finally get on to the camera. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.